Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to our new webinar, Switch to Phoenix. So, I hope everybody's there. We have a huge list of people. Today, we have 180 people that registered for the presentation. So, that's very cool. Um, so, I will present today with Arsen, or Arsen will present the webinar, and I will assist. I will answer the questions. Okay, Arsen, maybe you can go to the second slide, please. Yeah, so the host of today, as I told you, Arsen will be the star of the day. He will be on stage. He will present Phoenix and Phoenix to Switch. Um, just if you haven't met Arsen yet, Arsen met Enfocus about 6 months ago as a solution architect. Um, he has a long experience. Uh, oh, we have background noise there. Wait, okay. So Arsen joined Infocus, I was telling, and he has a long experience. Before that, he worked for Esco, also for Phoenix and Griffin, and before that, he has a long experience as an Infocus partner. So he knows Switch, he knows print industry, he knows prepress, he knows a lot of things. Okay, and yeah, I will today monitor the questions. I will, as usual, answer some questions directly in the chat. And for some other questions that are maybe interesting for everybody, I will interrupt Arsen and repeat the question and so that everybody can see it and we will answer to everybody. And then indeed, we cannot resist to show this picture. So there we are. So we are the free solution architect at Infocus. Of course, everybody knows Freddie. Freddie is also in the call. Hi, Freddie. So there we are, the three musketeers at Infocus. Okay, that was my small intro. Now, Arsen, the stage is yours. Break a leg.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Arsen, perfect.
I'm happy to see a lot of people there. This is my first webinar as an Infocus Solution Architect, and I'm very happy to see you all. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And let's start. Okay, what's a Phoenix? If you know, or maybe you heard about Phoenix, maybe not, but the Phoenix is a sophisticated open API planning and position application that use AI technology to improve efficiency for print service providers in all sectors, including the commercial, wide format, packaging, and label printing. Phoenix Imposition AI takes a fundamentally different approach from traditional template-driven imposition solutions by generating print-ready layouts on the fly, based on machine, project, production requirements. Phoenix evaluates project specification, print devices, finishing requirements, and delivery constraints to explore millions of layout possibilities and select the optimal option. Once chosen, Phoenix produce print-ready layouts, JDF or die instructions, and reports for all devices and the production chain. So we will see this today in the live demo. So and focus. Phoenix unites planning, imposition, production optimization in one application and integrates seamlessly with workflows or MIS systems to automate job planning, estimating, ganging, nesting, and imposition. you know, the different names for that. Reducing preparation time, eliminating error-prone tasks, and maximizing media usage. And lowering overall production and post-press costs. So we have at least 4 key capabilities for Phoenix. The first one, Phoenix evaluates device capabilities, material cost, job constraints, and timing to automatically determine the most efficient production approach. Phoenix can handle complex ganging across multiple jobs with and without templates, producing optimizing layout for commercial print, books, wide format, packaging, and labels. So the Phoenix can build production schedules that minimize waste and maximize throughput. And the last one, the integration, of course, the Phoenix works seamlessly with nFocus Switch and connects to many MIS systems, web-to-print system, DFEs, and other workflow solution via its REST API. Phoenix has a modular structure, and you can see the 8 Phoenix models there. So the main Phoenix base, which includes import and export, the PDF manipulation, and the ganging, step and repeat, and ganging possibilities, and support 4 types of products: flat, bound, folded, and tiled. The beating heart of Phoenix Imposition AI includes 4 different tools to heuristically find most effective way to combine print products. The next model for the people who wants to use more than 50 base product in one project to get a most efficient result. Phoenix support the many barcodes, and you can see that all these very famous names like code 128, code 39, interleaves, and so on. With the card model, you can do the step and repeat workflows and support card-based imposition. Phoenix support the structural PDF and some proprietary format, ESCO proprietary format like the ARD and MFG, and of course the CF2 and DXF, which is very famous and free. For the grand format, for the large format printers, with the grand format model, you can increase the export size from 3.3 by 3.3 to 10 by 50 meters. The scripting model gives you powerful features, and with the scripting you can customize your marks, product and project properties, expand the export capabilities, and much more. And one of the powerful model, this Aftermate model, we will use it today on small Phoenix integration demo. It's enable integration with external system via REST API and nFocus Switch, the hot folders, and even the MIS connectors. Next one. A lot of people ask about the difference between the Phoenix and the Griffin. So this is a small sheet, the small table which explain what's the difference. The first of all, Phoenix created for an all printing segments, while the Griffin fits for the wide format only. The Phoenix support this very special equipment like a die making. So the Phoenix with the Phoenix you can create a the die and estimate cost. Phoenix support 7 types of different equipment: sheet-fed, digital, offset, flexo, while the Griffin support only the flatbed and roll-fed white printers. And for finishing equipment, with the Phoenix, you can create a workflow and simulate the digital cutting tables, guillotine cutters, and many other cutters. And of course, the Phoenix has an estimation model for print and finishing equipment, while the Griffin just the true shape nesting software. You can see all the import, print export, and cut export formats there, and the reports. Just one mention: the reports, the PDF, XML, JSON, and tiling report for Griffin works only with the older brother. It's a Griffin Plus version. In terms of marks, the Phoenix give you much more possibilities than the Griffin. For Griffin, we have 5 different marks for artwork and 9 for layout, while the Phoenix has 22 different marks for any kind of instances, for plates, sheets, groups, signatures, the bound signatures, folding. So in terms of automation, Phoenix has, as mentioned before, the REST API, free Phoenix to switch up, hot folders, and MS connectors, while the Griffin works only with the REST API and free up for switch. But it's required that's a special version, Griffin Auto. The Griffin Auto do not use the user interface, just the REST API, and it can be driven by the Griffin app through the switch. Here is, now we are ready for a live demo. Oops. Let's start. I have at least 7 different samples for you. So let's start from the commercial labels. You can drag and drop these files into the Phoenix. Labels. So first of all, let me select all these products and set quantity. I want to print 1500 labels there, and I want to change my stock to the where is the demo labels. Okay, label stock. That's all. Let's open these two. And it's too big bleed there. Let's reduce the bleed maybe for 2 millimeters. And you can see the bleed line there. But look at the inks. We have for CMYK cut line, the Pantone there, and the 2 Pantones, and then the varnish. If I switch to the output preview mode, you can see all these things. Okay, let's combine these labels on the layout. Select commercial, this one, this profile. So I prepared several profiles in advance, and I will use these profiles later. If you want to know much more about the settings, we can answer your questions, or maybe you can arrange a special meeting to know about the profiles and profile settings. So I select my 4 products, things. Things, we call it things because it's a printing finishing equipment. So let's use the sheet fed offset press and all these sheets and run. I don't like it. Let's check this one. Same products. Okay, got it. So the Phoenix create the imposition there. I can use the optimize mode to get just one line there. If you don't like it, we can change the balanced mode and get more perfect result. Run, and here is. I think for 50 by 640 it's too small. Let's left just one, the 100 by 70 centimeters sheets, and get more perfect result there. Here is. We have a marks, we have a plate marks, we have a color bars, we have a crop marks there. But what if I want to add another product? Let's duplicate this one. Now we have 5 products. And here is, now I have 5 products on the layout. It looks perfect. What if the people wants to it's a little bit annoying to set all these properties one by one. So for this case, I'll create a new project and feed data through the Excel file. We can define the product type, name, quantity, the stock name, and the bleed settings, and the link to the artwork files. Phoenix has more than 100 properties for different products. Of course, if you work with the books, you have a special settings for books. If you work with the tiling product, you have a special settings for tiling. But let's drag and drop this file into the Phoenix, and here is. You have the same product, but with the quantity, with the bleeds, and in the seconds, we can get the result. Okay, let's use the optimize mode here. So this is much faster, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the next one, yeah. The question?
No, perfect. No question. I think
Okay.
everything is very clear.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one, let me change a special page handling. If I go back to the labels, This one has a front and a back. I need to change my settings for the next job and set Phoenix to use one product per page in the file. Here is, let's create a new project again, and let's go back to the next sample. Here is the flyers. So the first flyer has one page, the second one again one page, 3 pages, and 2 pages. Let me select these files, drag and drop into the Phoenix, and here is Phoenix recognize all the pages. If I select all these files, again change the quantity to 100, or maybe let's create additional 100 for Gantt, and change the stock. In that case, I want to print on the coated paper. Here is. So stop. It's too fast. Let's select the where is the commercial sheet, this one, and I want to print on the digital press. Here is, but we have a SR-A3 and B2. Let's select this one. So it's very simple. We have 4 layouts. Layout 1 and 2 have the 100 run lengths, the layout 3 200, and the last one 50. Let's check. Here is first layout, second layout, third, and the fourth. But what if I select this one, the bigger one? Here is, I got just 2 pieces. Why? Because of bleed. If I reduce the bleeds there for 2 millimeters, okay. Well, let's use 3 millimeters. It's too much. 3 millimeters there, and rerun the planning. I'll get perfect result and 3 layout instead of 4. Here is. So this is the result. Let's move to the next sample. As I mentioned on the presentation, the Phoenix support 4 types of product. The flat products, it's like the business card, some kind of stationery, flyers, the packages, the folding carton, and the bound product, folded product, and the tiled product. Now it's time to see the bound product. Here is. So the books. We have an Enfocus newsletter. And when I import the Enfocus newsletter, I can set the quantity, select a stock. In that case, the coated gloss, I think this one. And the binding method, the saddle stitch, and the folding pardon. So we have a default settings for the folding pardons, but we can create our own the finishing equipment, the special folding pardon for the finishing equipment. Let's create it and see the result. Here is. So this is the folding schemes. This is folding signatures. Front and the back pages. And the scheme. Let's impose this one. For this one, I need, I will use the commercial book profile and where is my press? Digital web press B2. Maybe these two roles. Here is. So that's the result in a seconds. But of course, after the printing, we need some cutting, and for cutting, I can use the web cut mark there. It's something like this one, the small mark for the cutting device. Next one, again, the book, big book. I'll take it. I just save the PDF from the pit stop reference guide. Here is. But in that case, I will use the saddle stitch with 8/7 folding pattern, and I want to specify 32 pages per section. So this is a big book. It takes some time. Just a few seconds. Done. Here is. So the big book there. Front and the back. But as you can see, the Phoenix placed this smallest section as the last one. But how to change it? It's very easy. We can remove signatures from the pre-last and add there after selected. Okay. Now we have a smallest section as a pre-last section. Let's impose this file. For this one, we will use the commercial sheet and the offset press instead of the digital. Run. Here is. We have 30 layouts there. But look at the last one. The last one is a smaller. Here is, and let's check the last layout. So, but two more things there. Of course, for the books, we need to use the special marks. Here is, for example, the signature mark, or maybe the collation mark there. And if I can drag and drop it, or I can use the right click and for the signature mark, yeah, of course, we need to switch to the layout view. Here is. Apply to a project, and this one apply to a project. Here is. Let's check this. Let's check these marks. It's as I remember, it should be there. I can see it. It's on maybe 27th page. Here is. So this is a collation mark. And you can see the signature mark there. The signature marks are fully customizable. You can set up all the mark settings, the length, offset, even thickness for each element, for page, bleed, fold, and you can create it even for the empty pages. Next sample. Stickers. Let's use this one. This is a triangle. And let me set the quantity, 95. And this the right stock there. It should be banner. And that's all. No, let's check the contour around. It's too big. I think 2 millimeters much better. And the last one, I want to set up the contour, the rotation. The rotation, I can use the orthogonal rotation. That means 90, 180 and 270 degrees, or I can use the any rotation there. Let's play. Stop. And now we should change the profile, the large format. Nesting, this one. And let's change the equipment to the flatbed press. Here is OK, and run. We got the result. It's not so efficient, but let's add another equipment there, like a digital cutting table. Stop and run again. It takes more time because the Phoenix calculate all the limitation from the printing and the finishing device. If I apply the result, you will see that we should print and then cut. And the cutting device has a limitation. That's why we have a shorter version of layout, like this one. And each device has their own settings, the mark settings. So we can print all these marks, in that case for the Kongsberg device, with the QR codes, with the special camera marks there. And I forget to do one thing. I forget to show you the printing file. But let's export this result. We can export this file. Let me remove the artwork lines, and here is stickers. Okay, and the cutting PDF. We have a lot of different formats, but I will use the PDF because I can easily show you the result. Okay, here is, let's check the last check. Stickers, cut. Here is. Let's see the result. Well, this is the stickers. Can you see my Adobe? Ah, here is. So this is the printing file. without cut lines there, and cut file. Here is. But what if I add additional file there? Let's add the flat product from Artbook. The stickers, single stickers, and let's add Egypt. Here is demo banner 70. And run it again. Please do this faster. Sorry that this is the real time live the live demo, and sometimes it takes much more time. Let's see the result.
Anyway, it's a lot faster than manually, right?
Much more fast. Here is, so this is the result. Okay, the next one. Next one, POS. For POS, for the large format, I have several files there. With irregular shapes, with internal cuts. 5 shelves, left and the right stand and the center stand. But let's change the quantity. For example, we want to print 5 of them and change the stock. I want to use the foam board. Okay, and stop again. Large format nesting, all products, and again digital cutter. But now I have a big sheets for the print. Run and wait. So here is, so this is the result again when we have a different products there. But what if I increase number of shelves? I want to print 10 shelves there. So it's a little bit different with the huge overrun in that case, of course. Or we can split, or we can sort the result by cost, or by layout count, or by the run lengths. This one has a smaller overrun or sheet usage. And look at the result, the Phoenix still counting. We have 24 results there, and the Phoenix still counting. But this one's still most efficient, most cost-effective result, even with the huge overrun. Okay, and the last sample, tiling. For tiling, I will use the huge banner, 4 by 3 meters. Oh, sorry, let me create a new product, the tiled product from the artwork. Here is, so the banner. So this product has additional item there as a tiling preset. We have a default preset 3x3. I have my own preset 2x2 with variable panel size, but let's use 3x3. It's too big. Let's print, for example, 2 banners there, and use the demo banner. Demo. Here is. It takes some time to render the result. Here is. I can change number of tiles, for example, 2x3, or I can change the tiling order, changing to the shaking or zigzag. Let's use the zigzag there. And of course, I can change the tiling method with the overlap or with the gap. But 3 millimeters there, it's too small value for this one. Let me increase it up to 30 millimeters. Now it's visible. It's for the horizontal tiling. We can do the same for the vertical tiling. Here is. Now we can see all these tiles one by one. But what if we want to change the size of the tile? We have 3 ways to change it. Here is sorry, I lost it. Tiling start, tiling preset. Come on, I lost it. Here is. So this is the horizontal tiling. We have a fixed number, fixed size, or variable size. The fixed size, if you remember, we have a 4x3 meters. That's why Phoenix proposed 2 meters. But I can change it to the variable sizes and set as 3x1 meter. Like this one. And of course, we can easily change the settings to fit to design. That's all. And the last one, of course, we need to print it on the large format. Here is. We don't need the cutting device in that case. Stop and run. So this is not a perfect result because I decided to tile it not with not efficient way, but it looks like that. So layout 1, layout 2 with small pieces, and layout 3. Oh, Phoenix found the better solution. Let's apply this one. Just one. It's better to use the smallest banner size. Here is. So I think this is a better. And one more thing for the report. We can create a report. We can create the tiling report there. Let me save the report. Tiling report. It takes some time, but back and tiling report. Here is. We can see our file. We can see the all tiles there and the tile sizes. So that's all for the live demo. Let's switch back to the
Yeah, indeed. Can we automate all this, Arsene?
COS, yeah. This one. We can use Phoenix to switch up to automate this process. With this app, of course, we can go. Where is the Phoenix? Switch. Here is. I create a very small flow. It's especially for a demo. Let's remove the result and let's select this one. So I create a CSV file or Excel file with the data. So the file name, the stock, quantity, the link to the artwork file, and let me feed this CSV into the switch and to the Phoenix to switch up. It takes around 1 minute. The meanwhile, let me explain you this one. Here is. So as you can see, we have a lot of different exports there, a lot of printing data, like a print PDF, print JDF, the very special HP JDF for Indigo presses, the vector separation, like the foil or the varnish, the special cover sheet for the production. Several reports there, and of course inside the switch we can save the project and wrote the input file. And this is a very special flow. As you know, many of you knows about the Phoenix to Switch app. This is a legacy app, but we are working on the Node.js app. It's testing now, and I hope we will see it soon in the App Store. Let's go back to this one. Okay, Phoenix cannot start. Why? Because it works in the manual mode. For this one, I should close everything. And switch to the automation mode. Let's retry. Okay. Now it's planning. Maybe it's better to stop and run it again. Unfortunately, the last sample was not so clean, not so perfect as the previous one. Laurent, do we have any questions?
No questions. So
okay,
everything seems to be very clear. If you have questions, don't hesitate.
Okay, now we have a result. Let's see the result. So this one, the print PDF file, here is. The second one, the cut file. And the last one, report. So this is a PDF report. You can see the total run length, total cost, the things, and project layout, information about the cut lines, crease lines, printing time, and the placement.
Arsene, we have a question from Gordon asking if we have the sort by options available in Phoenix to switch.
Yes, we have. Here is.
Yeah, indeed.
Post, paste, time, and layouts. In the upcoming version, we will add 2 additional sort modes.
Yeah, perfect. And there is another question. Hi, does it support variable data print jobs? And with that, cut and stacking positions?
It's a very good question. You are limited with 2,000 product with the Product Plus model. And it's better to print just text data like QR codes or maybe the variable text, not the images. But in terms of Phoenix, you have to fit 2,000 products. So yes and no, but you can do the simple jobs in the Phoenix, but it's better to use a special professional software for the VDP, for variable data print, when you need to print more than 2,000 products.
Okay, great.
And thank you, Alan. Yes, thank you, Alan. Yes, we can split it into the batches of 2,000 items. Yes, that's true. But in that case, cut and stacked will be not the perfect mode.
Okay, and then another question from Gordon. Will the error reporting improve? So when a job fails in Phoenix to switch, finding why isn't often easy. So indeed, in the new app, we will also...
Yes, this is in the roadmap for a new app. Maybe not in the first version, but it's in the roadmap.
So Gordon, all good news today, right? Okay, Arsene, we have a question from Rebecca.
Yes, I see.
How would you see it? How would you account for white format that prints and then cuts on the same device?
In that case, you can create a cut line. You can map the cut line as you can set the overprint for the cutting lines, so the first one, and then you can export just one file with the cutting lines and with the printing lines. And then you should map it on your printing and the cutting device. But from the Phoenix side, you still have to use the two devices. And in the device settings, let me select the flatbed press. We have a workflow tab, and you can set the direct output, the direct outputs there. So that means after the printing device, I want to use the cutting device, erase. And you can get just one file with the printing and cutting data. And the cutting data can be the cutting lines. You can set the overprint for the cutting lines.
Okay, Hassan, I think you have other flows examples.
Yes, last the question from Alan. Time frame for the new Phoenix app. It's always difficult question because the Phoenix app are very sophisticated, complicated. So we need to test it a lot. But if you want, we can invite you as any of you or as a beta tester, when the app will be ready for testing.
Indeed, would be nice. The more we have, the better.
It's a good question. Can I test without affecting the live flows? Yes, because the new app will use a new application ID. So you can use both the legacy and Node.js apps at the same time.
Okay, Hassan, maybe you can show the last examples, and then we come back to the last questions.
Which example? That's all.
Oh, sorry, I was confused.
The last one was the switch, Phoenix to switch.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, then we have a question from Ricardo. How can I arrange the layout so that the colors in the files are aligned with the position of the ink keys on the offset press?
It's not the simple case. We can use the scripting. So after the imposition, we can arrange all the colors, all the products on the layout by colors. But in that case, we should use a special custom property for each color. So we can arrange by we can arrange all these products on the layout using the custom properties for a product. But you need to use the scripting model for that.
Okay, great. Okay, so Alejandro, yes, of course, it's being recorded like every time. You will get an email to thank you. It will be in there. It will be also, we'll put it online. The e-learning platform on the forum. We go to help, learn, and you find it. Question from Gordon: can I use scripting in Phoenix to switch? So yes, there is a scripting module for that.
Yeah, we have two scripting. We have a switch scripting and the Phoenix scripting.
Yeah.
If it's switch scripting, you cannot use the switch scripting inside the Phoenix, and even in the but you can use the scripting script expression in the Phoenix app. From other side, you can use the scripting, the Phoenix scripting via the special app. You can find it in the App Store. It's called Phoenix Scripter, and you can use your own Phoenix scripts in the flow.
Excellent. Okay. I think these were the last questions. I don't see anything. We answered everything. So Gordon says thank you. So also from our side, Arsene and myself, we want to thank you for your attention. We hope it was interesting. We hope you learned something. Of course, we will put it in the learning section as always. So thank you guys, and see you next time, of course. Thank you, Arsene. It was great. Your first webinar for InFocus was great. Thank you.
Next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect. Bye.
Bye.